boxing gloves yet?
Yes, I have. I've signed them a few times.
When did you get it?
I think I got it a few times against Ole Miss, Memphis, maybe once against Kentucky. So
Any one of those stick out in particular?
I think Saturday at Ole Miss was obviously a huge one for us. Or maybe it was Friday night because we played the second game on Friday. Friday night was huge for us because you come in big situations with guys in scoring position with 2 outs, and you're asked to drive the guys in. And obviously, every time you're not going to, but when you get that chance and you get that pitch out over the plate, and you make a good swing on it. That's a big deal for me. So
you guys, I was asking Andy. I don't know if you guys are right in the heat of the battle, so you don't have much time to think about it probably. But with all the injuries, with everything you've gone through, do you guys ever kind of sit there and look at the standings and think, how in the world are we kind of piecing this together like we are right now?
You look at our team and we're playing with really like 20 guys, 23 guys, something like that, and you just look and you go, man, it's just like when we were younger playing together. We had like 10 guys when we were younger, and we just rotated and played, and that's kind of how it is now. We've got 2 guys on the mound that are position players too, and Cole Gordon and Jake Mangum. That's what you see back in Little Leagues, and it's just awesome. It's kind of reliving what we did back then, but then when you look at the SEC standings, you're like, man, we're right there at the top, and we know we can continue to do that, and we tell the younger guys, just, hey, man, just continue to come out every day and give it your best, and you never know what's going to happen, and just like we've been doing the last few weeks, and we're going to continue to do it.
Coach talks about managing the pitcher's pitch counts, which obviously is a coach's decision, but how much of a part do you play in that and helping manage those guys?
Well, I think Coach Canizero and Coach Henderson really trust me, and I come back in the dugout and they're like, "How's this guy's stuff? How where is he? Is he done? Can he keep going?" And I'm just really honest with them, and I'm like, "Hey, this guy can keep going, or maybe he's done for the night." And I really think it's more of them, obviously, but every little input that I can give them obviously helps. So because I can see firsthand, I'm squatting right down there and seeing every pitch, so. That helps a lot.
Do you ever take some of that out to the mound to kind of get a guy through that? We got to get one more out or just one more pitch.
I've told multiple guys. Like let's just say we had a young kid come in the 8th, and I go out there like, hey, you got the 8th inning. Pitch this inning like it's the last inning you're ever going to pitch. And then he goes out there and deals, and then maybe we send him back out in the 9th. But my whole thing is knowing who's on the mound and what I can say to him, and I can say different stuff to different guys, and I just continue to do that. And mainly it's just helping these guys grow, because we've only got 9 or 10 guys that go every weekend for us, and we need the best we can out of them each weekend.
How much success you've had this year, is it make you more appreciative because of what you went through last year and missing last year?
Obviously, man, anytime, like last week I caught 5 games in 6 days, and you sit back and you're like, man, that's a lot of catching, which it is, but man, I can think back, less than 365 days ago, I'm on crutches in a brace and I can't do anything. I would rather catch all day, every day than be, doing rehab or getting my knee back. And it makes me appreciate everything that much more. And I was driven from the time I got hurt to come back and be a warrior for these guys. And whether I had an outstanding year or just an average year, anything that could help this team was what I was coming back for.
Earlier in the season, you guys had a lot of strikeouts in games and stuff like that. What has the adjustment been like to kind of plant that more aggressive approach at the plate under Andy, and has that kind of been smoothed out in recent weeks?
Yeah, man, I think anytime you get a new guy in, especially with a young team, it takes a little bit longer to get him, involved in the game. And I've talked about this before. Guys kind of have to let the game slow down to them. And anytime you get into SEC play, there were times we started out 0-3. Like I said, the game's kind of fast to them, and Coach Canizero is just preaching, hey, man, it's going to come, it's going to come. Just stick with our approach, never go away from what you're doing well. And even though we struck out a lot early on, the older guys kept preaching to him, hey, man, just keep playing, keep swinging. It's going to come, it's going to come around, and it finally did, and we're going to keep it going. So,
obviously, you watch pitchers yourself. You watch them closely. That's your job. Do you ever catch yourself watching opposing pitchers when Rooker's coming to bat and how they approach him?
Yeah, man, I really watch a lot of the opposing pitchers because I'm trying to see how they go at batters and how they're going to go against me when I come to bat. But when they go up against Rooker, it's really interesting to see what they're going to do in that situation. I've thought about it multiple times. Hey, if there's an open base, obviously they're going to give him that base and walk him. And even if there's a guy on first and second, they might walk him then. depending on how he's done that day and how hot he is. But it is pretty interesting. You know, some guys attack him in early because I think that they think they're confident and they can get him out, and then he, you know, hammers one over the left field fence, and then it's like, well, we can't do that. And any pitch they threw up there this past weekend, he was just annihilating it. So, you know, it is pretty interesting to see how guys go about throwing to him. So.